been 99 episodes since I began my Pokemon Sword and Shield competitive battle series, Pokemon BATAW. Throughout the series, I fought all sorts of trainers who have used all sorts of crazy team combinations, and I fought them all using Pokemon from what I call my 48 Pokemon bubble. These are the 48 Pokemon that I've obtained throughout various walkthroughs and series on my channel, and despite how gimmicky and non-viable some of them may be, I've managed to structure my own teams and compete in some intense battles. I've lost battles, I've won battles, and all in all, I've participated in some of the most chaotic Pokemon battles I've ever seen. But beyond the fact that each Pokemon that I use has some sort of origin story from a walkthrough or series of mine, there's another important element. I don't just use Pokemon because they're popular or competitively viable. I use what I like. If a Pokemon happens to be good or common, then so be it. But the whole point of this series has been for me to craft teams using the Pokemon from my 48 Pokemon bubble and see how well I can fare against whatever opponents come my way. And one particular thing you may notice about the Pokemon that I use is that I don't use legendary Pokemon. Legendary Pokemon are incredibly powerful and are often considered to be the best Pokemon in the game in any sort of competitive category. And following the release of the latest downloadable content for Pokemon Sword and Shield, the Crown Tundra, dozens of legendary Pokemon have become available once again, and this has led to them roaming battlefields and having trainers incorporate them onto any teams they can. But the idea of legendary Pokemon in competitive play is nothing new. Well, sure, it's technically new to Pokemon Sword and Shield, but historically, I've fought tons of legendary Pokemon, and I've already even fought a couple here in this iteration of Pokemon BATAW in the Anything Goes rule set. But the difference here is that pretty much every major legendary Pokemon is back and can now be used in the game's official rule set. Plus, each one is now easily obtainable. This allows for a majority of these legendaries to compete in the game's official ranked battle mode. Heck, there are even a fair share of new legendary Pokemon that have appeared and really shaken up the metagame. That means that, going forward, whether I like it or not, I'm gonna be facing off against a lot of legendary Pokemon. Now, to be better prepared for this upcoming change of gameplay, I could just create a team of legendary Pokemon on my own and go toe-to-toe with everyone else, but what would be the fun in that? No. I must battle against these legendary Pokemon using the Pokemon from my bubble. After all, when I craft teams from my 48 Pokemon bubble, that's when I become the most creative. These restrictions allow me to create all sorts of crazy teams. And my 48 Pokemon bubble consists of my all-time favorite Pokemon anyway. For instance, Bayleaf is my favorite Pokemon overall, but these days I also regularly use Weavile, Zoroark, Goodra, Noctowl, Frostlass, Eevee, Altaria, and you know, they all happen to be my favorites. So basically, I'm just making a team of favorites and hoping for the best. And sometimes it works out. And my teams just don't happen to contain any legendary Pokemon as a result. But I'm not some sort of legendary Pokemon hater. At least, not necessarily. Sure, I don't like fighting the same Pokemon over and over and over again, but conceptually, I think that a lot of legendary Pokemon are pretty neat. And I do have a favorite one. In fact, what if I told you that this legendary Pokemon was also one of my all-time favorite Pokemon? In fact, that there was even a time where it was my second all-time favorite Pokemon, just behind Bayleaf. Indeed, there was one Pokemon missing from my 48 Pokemon bubble. There was one Pokemon missing from my collection of favorites, and that is the legendary Eon Pokemon known as Latias. Seeing as how my bubble consists of my favorite Pokemon, and seeing how legendary Pokemon are absolutely rampant in the competitive scene these days, I figured that if I were to ever use a legendary Pokemon for myself, I should use my favorite one, and that now would be the time. But I don't really like the idea of adding Pokemon to my bubble willy-nilly. The more Pokemon I add to the bubble, then the less unique my teams are, and the more generic my Pokemon BATAW series becomes. Because then what's to stop me from just using whatever Pokemon whenever I want? Then I'd just be like everyone else. Sure, that'd be easy, but that wouldn't be fun. At least, not for me. Now, when this iteration of Pokemon BATAW began, my 48 Pokemon bubble was merely a 45 Pokemon bubble, and I added 3 more Pokemon for very specific reasons. Long story short, one was added because it was a regional variant of a Pokemon that I already owned that was inaccessible in-game for a few months. One was a Pokemon that I won in an event at a convention, and one is a special shiny version of a Pokemon whose evolutions I regularly use competitively anyway. But alright, I'm adding one more Pokemon to this bubble. One more, simply because this Pokemon is my favorite legendary Pokemon, as I am happy to introduce Lati, the Shiny Latias, to my team. And then I guess it's not a 48 Pokemon bubble anymore, it's a 49 Pokemon bubble, but yeah, I'm adding another Pokemon to my team, Latias, woohoo! I can't really explain why Latias is my favorite legendary Pokemon. I mean, it could have something to do with the fact that it's a dragon, and I do like dragons. It could have something to do with the fact that it's kind of cutesy, and I tend to use a fair share of cutesy Pokemon. It could also have something to do with the fact that Latias' original design resembled that of a Blaziken, and I already like and use a Blaziken, so it might make sense that I like the other half, the missing piece, if you will. But since I never used one on a team in any of my previous walkthroughs or video series, I never really had a reason to use one at all. But now that Pokemon Sword and Shield offer Dynamax adventures, obtaining legendary Pokemon has become pretty easy and pretty fun. I've been doing a fair share of Dynamax adventures in my spare time, which, mind you, I don't really have spare time that often these days, but when I do have spare time, I do Dynamax adventures. And I've been catching all sorts of Pokemon, legendary and non-legendary. But I had some difficulty in being able to locate an adventure that would allow me to obtain a Latias in the first place. Fortunately, I came across a Discord server known as Gamers Paradise, which had designated chat rooms for players hosting and participating in Dynamax adventures. So, shoutouts to Gamers Paradise. Thank you very much for your assistance. I joined the server, and sure enough, someone was hosting a Latias adventure. I participated in it, and sure enough, the adventure was a success. We defeated Latias, and I caught it, but I didn't keep it. I opted to try and catch a shiny one, as shiny Pokemon are technically easier to obtain now more than ever, thanks to Dynamax adventures. The odds of obtaining a shiny are higher in a Dynamax adventure than ever before, and each Pokemon is a guaranteed catch. As a result, I, alongside many other players, have used this mode to try and hunt and farm shiny Pokemon. And so I figured I'd give it a whirl to try and hunt a shiny Latias. My mindset was that I'd try for about a week or so, and if it didn't get it, then I would just settle for a regular Latias in some sort of gimmicky Pokeball. And sure enough, on the first night I ever joined the Gamers Paradise server, and on the third Dynamax adventure for Latias I ever did, a shiny Latias appeared. I was so happy, and I caught it in a heal ball too, which to me is pretty fitting, whether it's pink or yellow. And that sealed the deal. I obtained the shiny Latias quickly enough, and she is my favorite legendary Pokemon overall. As such, it was time to incorporate a legendary Pokemon onto my team and see how well I could compete with one. And now, I shall take to the world of online competitive multiplayer, where I shall attempt to face off against players in the ranked battle mode of Pokemon Sword and Shield. I'll try to take on any challenger that comes my way, and I'll still continue to try out any gimmicky team strategy that I can think of. It's time to take on all of these upcoming legendary Pokemon with a legendary of my own, and this time, I want to see if I can make it into the game's highest rank, the Master Ball rank. Reaching the Master Ball rank means that I'd be in line with the top 1% of players in the world! This goal won't be easy though, especially since so many legendary Pokemon are rampantly running around and can potentially shred through practically any of my Pokemon. But I'm willing to step up to the challenge. Let's see if I have what it takes to reach the game's Master Ball rank, and let's see if Latias can help me get there. Let's try her out in today's episode of Pokemon BATAW. Ah, there she is! There's my shiny Latias! Oh, she's so great! Hello, humans! I'm Yoshiller, and welcome back to some more Pokemon BATAW! Today, I shall be competing with a Latias, but I also have a few different variants of these teams that have Latias on it. Some teams have Blaziken, some teams have Golurk, some teams have Dracovish. I've got a few different Pokemon on each team, and one or two variants don't even have Latias on it. But today, I'm going to compete using a Latias, and then maybe in future days, depending on how my threats are going, depending on how much I'm struggling against my opponents, I might pivot and work Latias into different teams accordingly. But for now, you are going to witness the battle debut for my shiny Latias. I'm very excited to try her out. She is pretty well-rounded in terms of stats. We're going to go with... Okay, well, this team doesn't have Latias on it, so I gotta go with the next team, which has Latias on it. And it also has Golurk on it! I just debuted Golurk in the previous episode of this Pokemon BATAW series, and although I'm introducing another Pokemon to my team right now, I like to have at least some sense of continuity. So Golurk is here as well, and we're gonna see if that works out. I'm ready for those pesky Regieleki. Anyway, Latias is on my team. She's pretty well-rounded. She specializes in special defense. She's holding a berry. She has a decent speed and special attack stat. Doesn't do any physical attacking. Her typing is Psychic Dragon, and she has Levitate for an ability. So, she is meant to take hits, and she's meant to be a bit of a support Pokemon. She knows Icy Wind, Tailwind, she knows Mystical Fire, she has Mist Ball. Oh wait, no, that's already... Is that all 4 of her moves? I've been messing around with her moves a lot, and I probably should have looked at her moveset again before I started today's battle, but that's okay. She definitely has Tailwind, though. That's why she's not holding an Assault Vest. She was going to have an Assault Vest, but I thought Tailwind was going to be more important to set up because I thought a lot of my opponents were going to be running Tailwind these days. But we'll see. But yeah, Chew should be good in fighting against Reggie, Alecki, and a fair share of other legendary Pokemon. And the fact that she has Levitate means that she won't be hit by ground-type moves, which is good. Which is good. Okay, oh, there we go. I was about to say, it's taking a little while to find an opponent. I know I'm only at the beginning of rank 3, but the season did just begin, and we are actually going against somebody who's not using a legendary. Well, I'm such a hypocrite. I was so ready to fight all sorts of legendary Pokemon, but here we are. This guy's not even using one. With that said, he does have some pretty viable Pokemon there. He's got Metagross, he's got Dracovish, he's got Clefable, which I assume is going to be using Follow Me, and it looks like he's got Whimsicott, which I can only assume is his own Tailwind setter. Each of these Pokemon is particularly powerful, although I'm not used to fighting against Lycanroc. We'll have to see how that plays out. But okay, how do I want to do this? Well, I think starting off with Zoroark would be a great idea, because Zoroark could easily take down Gengar or Metagross, should he choose to start with them. Okay, so I'm thinking this match is going to be Blaziken, Zoroark, Latias, Lapras. I don't think Golurk or Alcremie will be too useful. So, okay, if I'm going to do Lapras and Latias, the Pokemon that goes last is important, because that's what Zoroark's going to be disguised as. And in that case, maybe Zoroark should be... No, Zoroark should be Latias, because he could try to use a Ghost-type move against it using Gengar, and then it won't be very effective because it'll secretly be a Zoroark. Okay, I think this is the team. Alcremie could be good against the Dracovish, but she's going to get destroyed by Metagross and Gengar, who are faster and super strong. So I think this is the way to go. Zoroark, Blaziken, Lapras, Latias. Alright, Latias' debut battle. I mean, for all I know, I might sweep through this opponent's team and might not even get to use Latias, but that's just me being cocky. We'll see how things go. Let's see how he's starting. I assume Clefable and... Oh, Gengar and Metagross. Okay. I figured he might have started with Metagross, but I thought Clefable would have been there. Okay. Well, I'm glad I started with Zoroark then. Awesome. It's nice to see Blaziken and Latias in the field at the same time. They were once designed to be one big Pokemon rather than two separate Pokemon, so using them as a pair is pretty fun. But I'm not using them as a pair right now because one of them's not actually Latias. One of them's actually a Zoroark who's going to use Night Days on Metagross, because at this moment I deem Metagross to be the bigger threat, because Metagross, I feel, could take out Blaziken right now. Gengar, we'll see. Which one's he Dynamaxing? If it's in a Heal Ball, I'm going to assume it's Metagross, because he probably caught it on a Dynamax adventure and caught it in a gimmicky ball. It is Metagross. Okay. At this point, then, I don't know if Night Days is going to KO it. Hopefully it does at least half, because Zoroark should be the fastest thing on the field right now until Blaziken's Speed Boost activates. So if this does at least half, I can 2-hit KO it. So Blaziken gets the Protect. We'll see what that Metagross is going for, if it's attacking Blaziken, which I assume it is. Oh, well, okay, well, that did at least half. What? Weakness Policy Metagross? That's a thing? Great. I'm not used to that. I'm used to, like, Life Orb or Choice Band Metagross. Okay, but I was smart with this. This is exactly why I wanted Zoroark to be disguised as a Latias, but, okay. If Metagross is going after Blaziken and Blaziken survives this, and it does, okay, good, good, good. I know Dynamax moves hit through Protect, but it allows me to be able to take a hit better. Still did a lot, though. But I'm now looking to be in pretty good shape. As long as Zoroark hits this next Night Days, let's knock on wood for good luck, Zoroark should be able to take out Metagross, and then Blaziken can mess around. So, it's just that Blaziken's probably going to get KO'd this turn regardless, so I should probably go for Bounce. Make Metagross miss a move in case Zoroark does miss or something. Maybe Gengar will try to go after Blaziken, I'm not sure. But one more Night Days should take out this Metagross. Alright, Metagross is down. Weakness Policy Metagross. That is a scary thought. The good news is that you were Dynamax, so you couldn't use Bullet Punch. That would have torn through me. Alright. Well, I guess you wouldn't be able to use Bullet Punch anyway because you set up Psychic Terrain. So, great. Alright, so let's see what the Gengar was going to do. Gengar went for Sludge Wave. Oh, that's smart, actually. I think Zoroark's done right here. And... yeah. If I was at full health, maybe Zoroark could have survived that. But nah, that was smart. That's why he paired Gengar with Metagross. Okay, I understand now. Well, he didn't start with Whimsicott, so maybe Tailwind's the way... Nah, let's save Latias for a little later. Let's go Lapras right now. He can't even Dynamax a Pokemon right now. He used that up. And if I need to, depending on what he sends in next, I could go for Gigantamax Lapras. Oh, okay, he's got Dracovish. I'm actually very happy to see that, because I can freeze dry Dracovish with Lapras and ideally one-hit KO it. Blaziken's about to come down with that bounce, although I forget, did I select Metagross or Gengar? If I selected Dracovish, and Bounce connects, then that Dracovish is definitely going down this turn. Because no way that Gengar is going to one-hit KO Lapras right here. Alright, so there's the Bounce. It connects. Alright. No paralysis, that's okay, and Blaziken's out. Well, we'll get that speed boost to work to your advantage someday, Blaziken. Bouncing there didn't really do much. Okay, there's the Thunderbolt. Actually very happy about that. Lapras should be able to survive. Ooh, that did a lot, though. Jesus, that's a strong Gengar. But that activates my weakness policy, that boosts my special attack, and now this 4-time super effective hit toward this Dracovish should be enough to take it out. And boom, baby! Okay, so I'm down to my final 2 Pokemon, he's down to his final 2 Pokemon, but one of my final 2 Pokemon is this here Latias, and I haven't even Dynamaxed yet. So things are looking okay. Oh man, am I gonna Dynamax Latias in her debut battle? Usually when I have these Pokemon make their debut battles, I guess the idea is to Dynamax them, but it doesn't always work out that way. Clefable? Okay, I guess I'm gonna have to. Although maybe I should be smarter about this. As nice as it would be to Dynamax Latias in her debut battle, maybe it's smarter for me to get shields up with Lapras. Because Gengar might be able to one-hit KO or two-hit KO Latias. We'll Dynamax Latias a different day. Let's be smart about this. Gengar's the big threat. If I take out the Gengar, I highly, highly doubt the Clefable can take me out. And if the Clefable wants to go for Follow Me, then I'll probably take it out this turn. By Gigantamaxing Lapras, Thunderbolt should not be able to take her out right here. I'll set up my own shields, and then Latias should be able to take a hit from Gengar. Gengar is going to be faster than Latias, though. So Latias needs to be able to survive this hit. She'll eat the berry, presumably, and then gain a bunch of health. Let's see. Alright, well, Latias is the fastest thing on the field. That's good. I just wasn't sure. I knew she was fast, but I didn't have full EVs and speed. Oh, wow! Okay, and the Clefable did not go for Follow Me. Then what is the Clefable going for? Is it going to go for Moonblast? It is. Okay. You're going after Latias. Take it like a pro, Latias! Ooh, that did a bit. And it lowers my special attack, because of course it does. Why did Latias eat the berry? Latias, I gave you a berry so that you can eat it at times like these. If you don't eat it, you're gonna go down the next turn. Okay. Less than ideal for Latias' debut battle, but it looks like I'm in good shape to win this battle. That missed ball was integral to taking out that Gengar, I feel. Maybe those shields will allow Latias to take another hit. Oh, she is faster. Okay, if I land Mist Ball with Latias and then some sort of Dynamax move with Lapras, will that take out Clefable? Because Clefable's pretty bulky. I don't think Latias will one-hit KO it. Although with the Psychic Terrain, that does make this move stronger. I didn't even think about that. I just used this move for the heck of it. Alright, that did like nothing. You dropped my special attack, ruined me. Latias, why didn't you eat your berry? Da! Da, I say. And you got a critical hit. Alright, less than ideal for Latias' debut battle, but we make it work. We make it work. Alright, this should take out Clefable, and if it doesn't, then I'll definitely do so the next turn. Alright, and it was enough. Well, Latias' efforts were not in vain, but I promise you, there's a lot more that this shiny Latias can do. Lati will get her time to shine in a future battle. But for now, at least I was able to say that I won in Latias' debut battle. That's good. That's good. Alright, yeah, we haven't seen Latias' true potential yet. But she doesn't seem to be harming my team necessarily. That battle could have gone very poorly, but it worked out. So, for now, let me go ahead and update my rank. That should put me into rank 4. We're climbing through, guys. I'll get to Master Ball rank in no time, hopefully. Yeah, I imagine it's going to be a difficult rank to climb. But hey, this should at least rank me up. I'm a Pokeball tier player, baby! Woo! But it always starts out easy. Oh, alright, we'll see how Latias fares as this goes on. But for now, that wraps up this episode of Pokemon BATAW, and I'd like to thank you all for watching. If you'd like to challenge me and potentially appear in this series, there's a form you can fill out in the description down below, and you can battle me using whatever rule set you want. Otherwise, I hope to see you all in future videos, and I hope that you'll continue to watch me give Latias a chance. Bye-bye, humans! Whoosh! Hey, thank you for watching my video all the way to the end. If you want to know what other types of videos I plan to make, or if you just want to try and keep in touch with me, you can either subscribe to my YouTube channel here by clicking the button down below, or you can follow my Twitter account, @RealYoshiller. I post previews, and I post when I'm going to events, and if you want to interact with me, that's probably the best place to do so. Either way, I appreciate any and all support that you guys have, and I hope to see you all in the future. Woohoo!